the way it works is you have this brass sight that with a slot on it, and then you have a crosshair on the frame aimed at the front of the lookout, at the front of the firefinder. What you do is when you see a smoke off in the distance, you'll turn the Osborne towards the smoke and use the sight to line up on the crosshairs looking through it, so that you can line the smoke up with the crosshairs and the sight. And once you have that, once you have it sighted, you have to figure out how far away it is. And usually, I usually prefer a full cartography map that shows you like the has like the ley lines for the elevations, but you can substitute that by looking at where the drainages are. You see where the creek bottoms are is where the valleys are, and where the little bits of stream terminate. That's usually the top of a ridge line. So you try and count out how many ridge lines you are out from the lookout to determine your distance. And a lot of times your real lookouts will try and also use like horizontal vertical angling for to determine exact elevations, because you know you're at about 6,000 foot elevation here at the lookout. You try and figure out what your angle down to your smoke is, so you can actually call an elevation into dispatch. But not a lot of lookouts do that because it takes a lot of practice to get really good at it. I'm still working on it, even 3 years after I started. So you figure out how many ridges out you are, and you give a rough, and you use that to figure out how far you are out using the tape, which you can't see on this side, but there's numbers on the other side, 8 in inches that measure out. And then you plot the location of your smoke based on your range and section number. Vertically, your sections are numbered as townships, and horizontally, they're numbered as ranges. And then within each of these sections is a small, not section, but within each of these blocks is 36 sections, and you determine which section block the smoke is located in using area landmarks to help you pinpoint it. And then you use those landmarks to locate the section, and then the quarter section of the quarter section for that, to give a rough position for the firefighter crews to go in and find the smoke. And usually, you can get pretty accurate positioning off of this as like cross sections with the Osborne. It helps if you have a second lookout who can see the smoke, where you can get a cross bearing, because on the edge of the Osborne is just like a compass. So you have the numbers for the compass bearing that you use to position the fire based on this, and then you use another compass bearing from another lookout to get across, and that gets you an even more accurate position. If you get a third lookout, it's even better, but you're lucky if you get 2 sometimes, if you're in a thinly lookouted area.